The puncher Alfredo Angulo versus a very slick boxer Erislandy Lara. Knockout power. Who will be able to impose his will and skill? The bell goes. Round number 1 underway.
I love the way this fight's starting, though.
There's a straight left hand down the middle by Lara. Flashes the jab and moves away. James Kirkland en route to the knockout loss. The southpaw Lara. Professional round of Angulo's career, the 99th round as a pro for Lara. 18 of his 22 victories have come inside the distance. And
He doesn't always move this much in the fight, even though he's so good defensively. Is turning into a very interesting fight. Lara's winning.
Part of the game plan Virgil Hunter told us.
Just saw a straight left hand land by Lara. He kept
coming back because early on Angulo was really stifling him and everywhere. Doesn't matter, don't aim for any particular spot, get close and hit him. It might be the power, the anticipated power of Angulo that makes you school. So, you know, those guys always technically sound and started landing those sharp shots.
Uppercut by Lara, then he just shells up again. Angulo
and a former Cuban amateur standout.
Can't be anything but fun if it keeps up like this.
And now Angulo digging away at the body with the left hook.
Lara's starting to get his rhythm here.
Territory, Angulo walking him down, but it's Lara coming forward with a couple of straight left hands. That's been the story thus far.
Okay, let's look at the keys to victory. Angulo has to push Lara to the ropes. He did do that in the first round, but as for Lara, he really did exactly what he's supposed to do. Oh yeah, we saw a lot of those. You see what Lara, he lands at a high percentage and landing at 50%.
These shots, catching these shots on his arms.
It's almost like you're looking to throw punches, but at the same time,
154-pound co-feature between Erislandy Lara, the southpaw, and the hard-hitting Alfredo. So a great start here between Angulo and Lara. Angulo rips the left hook to the body. And now Angulo Lara fighting off the ropes. Angulo beginning to find his rhythm now. Coming forward.
That's taking the toll.
The bull versus the matador, and thus far the bull.
Well, even when he catches his shots, he's punching in between Angulo. You see, he kind of starts covering up, and then he'll come up with some shots.
So his defensive skills are considerable.
Angulo immediately attacking the body, digging,
as we see, then 7%.
That round, I noticed it as well. We'll see if he picks
James Kirkland, and of course he had issues with him.
Round 3.
Good observations by both corners. I like what Virgil Hunter was saying about Lara slowing down.
Round punch totals. Come forward, and there he was able to sneak the right hand through the guard, but Angulo just absorbing the majority of these, utilizing his footwork very effectively here in round 2. So a good round for Angulo in the final minute of the 3rd. Left through the guard by Lara again.
Even those left hooks to the body, they're good. You're supposed to throw.
Now Angulo has Lara on the ropes, keeping Angulo at distance, even though he's along the ropes. Utilizing that nifty footwork. 30 seconds left in what has been an entertaining. Straight left again.
And part reinforcing, guess what? This is going to be a tough fight.
Punches are still there, but now they're fewer and far between. So it's.
But when he gets distance, he's punching well.
But here at close quarters, Angulo getting the respective corners. Virgil Hunter and Angulo's running shields in Lara.
You're going to be ugly with us over, but we're going to be winning, baby. The guy, his feet is all over the place. He all balanced.
Showing the vestiges of what has been a tough tussle thus far. Round 4 underway. Los Angeles with Virgil Hunter coming down, and then he goes to, you notice on the back of Angulo's trunks, Hunter's training camp, as well as we take a look at the unofficial scoring through 3 rounds.
I'm curious to see how.
The crowd here on Fuego.
Uses his lead shoulder to bump you off.
But as a righty, he's getting leverage on him.
Lara goes down for the first time in his career.
Those body shots set that up, guys.
And Angulo, the dog, swarming the 4th round, a minute and a half left, popping the jab from the southpaw position.
And right now, he doesn't want that to emerge, but what a huge round for him. Created a 10-8 round, and the fact that Angulo landed so many big shots.
Jim Gray, the rest of our Showtime Sports.
That turned things around, a 10-8 round on all our scorecards, and we all have it.
Shoulder bump by Lara, the jab. Angulo misses with the right hand. To counterattack. Round 5 straight ahead. Caceres knocking him out in just 56. In the last round, he knocked down Lara for the first time in his career, circling away from the ropes, but nice combination by the Cuban. Of course, on his belt line, his daughter's name, Rebecca. The young lady he lives for spends half the time of camp in Los Angeles.
Because against a southpaw, you're bumping lead shoulders. It's hard to get in there.
Angulo has been cut under the right eye. Devastating left hook, and round 5 underway.
Fight, and apparently it did.
Taking a look at the power.
But again, he's
still long enough. You can land shots like the one he landed last round that scored the knockdown.
Jab by Lara.
And has showed amazing poise since that moment.
Yeah, he's having a great round.
Yep.
And Angulo.
Lara still counter-punching back. That's what making this such a fun fight. In a very big comeback round for Erislandy Lara after getting knocked down, he threw some excellent combinations, and this is toward the end of the round. Still do it, I think. I think it's legal.
6th round underway.
Those fighters, one of those big money fights, and deservedly so.
Jab by Lara, straight left hand, and leads official scores. Dead even.
When Lara keeps his fight in the center of the ring, he almost can't lose it. But
Angulo's face, Lara was knocked to the canvas a minute 15 into to land some clean combinations, Paulie.
Yeah.
Angulo have come within the first 5 rounds, so history's against him winning by
first time. Lara exhibiting good ring generalship, but Angulo has the fight exceeded your.
It's almost like Lara got rejuvenated just by getting knocked down.
And an impressive bounce back round for Lara, and really so much. There's the jab again. Angulo trying to find the distance, trying to keep Lara along.
He's covering up. He's not trading much. He throws a punch, covers up, or throws a punch.
And he's got issues.
You see Angulo waving him on with his hand, saying, "Come on and fight."
Vasquez fight, that was a special night, and tonight's starting to turn into one with this excellent match.
That has allowed him to vary a little bit more to his offense and his defense.
For Lara.
Yeah.
We are at the midway point of this 150. Picking Angulo off with the jab. Angulo trying to find his way in. Good defense.
I think the first 2 rounds made him a bit over, making Lara work very hard for every round. And it's interesting because
to the body by Angulo, delivered with authority. That's what was missing.
I'm on the body with a left to the body, and let's take a look at the unofficials. Angulo misses. In attendance. Lara ducked underneath the lead left hook.
16 of the 18 KOs Angulo has had.
Yeah, for Lara.
After winning the first 2 rounds in blood,
as this fight goes on.
15 seconds left in the 7th round.
The last round or 2.
And as part of his comeback since being down on the leads with it. Straight right by Angulo. Good exchange at the bell.
You can do it. Alfredo, you can do it. Okay? Score to get out. I'm going to score and get out. That's it.
Utilizing his technique, his footwork, the jab, and there it is, launching him.
The only way you can get away is if you got to keep punching. You can't just keep running.
Maybe a tougher test than his style.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've been inside.
But Angulo counters with a combination of his own to the body and then upstairs.
And we're finally
Lara in the white, red, and blue. Angulo in the black. Lara doing his best to try to regain his.
Can Angulo slow him down?
Well, let's see what the unofficial score is.
Much closer round.
Right. Left hand downstairs, uppercut. So Angulo regained his faculties, but Angulo not giving him any space. Right hooks now. A minute remaining in the round. Angulo just right in front of Lara, absorbing the punishment, but dishing it out.
What we haven't seen in this fight, there have been clashes of heads in a number.
Their heads get close. I don't know if Lara's looking to punch any time. Angulo's looking to punch. He's trying to get out. And
punches in that combination, but it's Lara again just picking him off with a nice straight one.
Than he normally does. He threw 64 punches in that last round. And look at that.
goes. There's a left hook by Angulo, now at close quarters. Some shit, it seems. Left hand to the body. Conditioning thus far doesn't really seem to be much of a factor for Angulo, considering the punch output.
Decided out in the last 3-4 rounds. It's really
Look at those nice counter punches.
And the counter lefts are again beginning to find their target. Sorry, Paul. The best we've seen, of course, 56 seconds was all it took for him.
In his last fight that caused the start. We've none of that in this fight.
Picking him off with a nice straight 1-2. Oh, and the left hook drops Lara for the second time in the fight. Calling card, the left hook. Angulo, despite scoring on the body, Lara trying to just stave off this attack. The onslaught. Some short uppercuts. Lara's hands are... Nice combination right down the middle by Lara.
Angulo, a lot of punishment. He normally throws lots of punches, and he's continuing.
Of the knife. For him to win his first fight in a year, and then in his last fight, you see a lot of it with the conventional versus the southpaw fighter, but you're absolutely right, Alan.
He's been the more accurate puncher in the last few rounds. The question is,
Angulo needs the energy to keep throwing.
Part of that was the fatigue. He hadn't moved as much this round. He hadn't.
Silva, but in this fight, Lara and
He doesn't have the legs to keep moving the way he wants to, though.
Leaning in now.
So I like what Angulo is doing. Anytime Lara stands still, just
not going down again.
And he comes back with a...
What a fight, guys. What a fight.
Well, it happened earlier in the fight, and it happened again. As Erislandy Lara moved to his right, he got nailed with the left hook by Angulo.
Barry Tompkins' reaction to the knockdown. He's enjoying the action.
Fatigue definitely sets in.
Yep.
Let's see.
So this fight's up for grabs.
He had probably a million amateur fights in Cuba.
He has to be careful, though. His mouth doing a great job on Show Extreme, and here we are.
It's very impressive, and it shows the maturity of this guy and the experience.
Victor Ortiz, what that can lead to against Josecito Lopez. Alfredo Angulo. Lands by Lara. Angulo just continuing to impress. Total power punches.
And you see Lara's landed more than his share. And a great job on Showbox, which had some great fights last night.
Look at the unofficial scoring through 9 rounds.
That clearly a 10-8 round, and on Steve's time he got knocked down. Have a comeback round.
Much more difficult at this stage.
Has Angulo now ahead ones? Are those hooks on?
Oh, and now Lara may have hurt Angulo with that combination, and Angulo's hurt, and he's stopping the fight. Wow! Unbelievable!
What happened? He just turned his back.
You talk about the ebb and flow of boxing, and just like that, this fight is over. Massive hematoma.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute 50 seconds, round number 10. Referee Raul Caiz Sr. calls a halt to the contest due to an injury sustained by Angulo. Therefore, we declare your winner by TKO victory, Erislandy